My name is Star Haney. I've been coming to 5 Point for 5 years now. At 8 years old, I gave my life over to God. So I thought, I was in a Sunday school class, and our Sunday school teacher had, spoke about God and what it meant for Him to come into our life. So I thought I was ready at that point, not realizing I truly didn't know. So later on in life, I've grown up, of course, in church all of my life and always gone to a Baptist church. There was a sermon, a preacher was preaching on Revelation. About the end of times, which of course scared me. So I thought, maybe I'm really not saved as I thought I was. That time of my life, I rededicated my life then. At that point, thought I was truly saved. I went on through my high school years, witnessing to friends, family, just going to church as I should, got married, we had a child, still went to church. Then we got to a point to where we needed to start visiting different churches. So a really good friend of mine had invited us to 5 Point. First time we came, we left service. My son was 12 at that time. He actually asked questions as far as what Dean had preached on. So my husband and I thought at this point, we were totally blown away because, of course, Dean's sermons always step on our toes. Since we've been coming to 5 Point, my son has been saved. Several of our friends have gotten saved here. It's just been a big change for our family. It wasn't until August of 2012 when Dean had preached on giving your testimony. That's a hard thing for me to do, I seem to think. I don't know why. But we have a good friend of mine that we've really struggled with trying to get her to come to church. So there was one night my husband, my son, and I sat down for devotion. So my husband said, well, why don't we just give our testimonies to each other? That way it's easier. He has no problem, but my son and I do when it comes to giving testimony to someone else or trying to witness. At that point, I realized when I truly couldn't say or give my testimony to my husband and son, how am I going to give it to someone else? So in September of 2012, Dean had the series All In. At that point, we had finally gotten a friend to come to church. Several other of our friends that were here that we have witnessed to had been here with us. And Dean was preaching about being all in. And I was just so torn, so broken, thinking I'm trying to witness to these people and I'm truly not all in. I'm not the Christ follower that I need to be. At that time, I couldn't wait to stand up. My heart was just pounding, and I knew at that point, God's calling me. I'm not where I need to be. There's doubt in my mind, and there should not be any doubt. Once you're saved, there should be no doubt where you're going when you leave this world. So when it was time he asked to stand up, and I did. I didn't care who was there, who was around me, who I'd been trying to witness to. At that point, I just knew I had to get right where I need to be in my life. So I was just so torn, and that night, we were having a night service then. Dean came up to me and sat down and said, tell me about Star Haney, what's going on? So I told him, of being that young girl at 8 years old, thinking that I was saved at that point. And then later on, as I said earlier, at being a teenager and rededicating my life, still thinking I was good, everything was great. But not until now, this point in my life, do I truly know that I am saved. There's no doubt in my mind where I'm going when I leave this world. Just to let you know, if there's anyone out there that are dealing with kind of the same thing that I've dealt with, just it's not too late. Go ahead and give yourself. If you feel that pounding, then you need to go ahead and come forward and just give yourself over to God and live for Him.